Morning, well, afternoon. Got an apology to make. I didn't do the full moon read because I thought it was the 4th and it's the 3rd. It's too late now. I was at Casey's, I didn't have my cards, so I apologise for that. But let's see what we've got for today. All I'm getting for the song is I Ain't Worried and a lot of whistling. So I'll see where that comes from and let you know. So, should you be worried? Let's see. Not if today's card is upright, no. Libra, so partnerships, legal matters, open enemies, possibly communications about that, documents. And 6th house of Virgo, which is healing. So, healing from legal matters or justice is to be served, hopefully. And talking of which is on the top of the deck there. But it is the 4th of January 2026. So we're looking for the Emperor. So let's see. It's the main man in your life, your father figure, your boss, your government official. It's Aries. It rules the head and face. It's also self-esteem, self-respect, self-worth. In the upright, it's success and protection. If we have a good leader that protects, we have success. If people are willing, oh, it's looking good. People are willing to back that leader, that father figure, that boss, whatever it is. So, let's see then. Oh. Okay. So it does get better, but it starts with a situation that we don't like. So we're not protected. In fact, there's a violent man involved, probably dark-haired. This is Libra energy, so it's an injustice. Somebody sat on the fence, somebody vicious, violent, sharp tongue. But they can't kill your soul. They might be able to bring you down. This is an ending, possibly a passing with an eclipse there. So we look for the next eclipse. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. You will heal from this. 6th house, 10 weeks. Somebody is no longer dwelling in the past. They've built a bridge and they've got to get over it. They're not crying over this spilt milk or wine anymore. They know there is something better. So the past is over, the future's not promised. We have to live in the now because we are still grieving. We've got to get off the fence, like I said. We've got to pick a side because this situation is toxic. We are being shackled hand and feet. We are made to sign and agree to things under duress that we wouldn't normally do. Making promises that we shouldn't keep. Because we have the moral high ground. We need a strong leader. Today's card, so it's irrelevant really. But we also need to take a different path. Because the one we're taking is insanity. If you expect a different outcome whilst taking the same path, you are insane. So you're going to have to take a different path, one you probably don't want to take. You're at a crossroads. So the only card here, even though we've got a positive influence for the day, is the toxic energy. We have to break those shackles. Capricorn energy, 15. So Lee and Ashley, names that could be important. And Ellie. The devil, Capricorn energy, ambition, career, selling your soul to the devil. Don't do it. You need to walk away from this violence, from these negative words constantly. A miracle can happen when you do. 1 in 28. The masks will fall away. We will see that our thoughts manifest our reality. So you are casting spells out into the universe. Nothing that exists ever started without a thought. So Gemini, communications, Mercury, chemists. You have all the tools at your disposal. Children, siblings, hands, arms, shoulders. But above all, the miracle, the magician. 1 in 28. Positive energy. This is not your team. That's why you've got to walk away. There's red flags all over this. It hasn't paid off because it wasn't built on firm foundations. There is a Leo possibly involved, a number 11, power struggles, illness, bad temper, heart and back, but used as a tool to control you. And it may be the beast within you or the beast without. If you're Leo especially, you've got an internal struggle going on. It is cowardice. Not wanting to have to take this different path. Too many. Yeah. Daughters, hostages, you have allowed this negative energy in. Financially, emotionally, spiritually, mentally or physically, but you are strong enough. This is the forced marriage between Persephone and the devil. She was taken to the gates of hell, and somebody has put you at the gates of hell. This is the tarot reader, the psychic, the medium. November 11th, where I come from, so the number 11 is important. Also, 2 and 29. So George, Marcia, Kelly, Elaine, Destiny, Lee again, Esme and Rose, Beth and Alice. So you need to meditate. You need to put your force fields up and stop this toxic energy coming in. Secrets are being kept. Rejections. Doors being closed to you because you're not doing the right thing. Something out of the blue to astonish you. An action being taken that you're not going to like in the next 8 days. Oh, there he is again. So it is about leaders, the male in your life, father figures, protection and success. But it doesn't say that they're protecting others, only themselves. But it does mean that your self-esteem needs to rise. You need to be strong enough to know that you can take a different path. You don't have to take this one. A day off is needed, perhaps some peace of mind so that you can meditate on what to do next. Which path are you going to take? Which side are you going to take? Because there's definitely an injustice going on here. And it's probably through violence or negativity, blackmail. An opportunity was missed. Yeah, there'll be no apology. Hell will freeze over before these people apologise for what they've done. The military, the farmers, those with a scar on the leg, the limp, the amputation, terrorists, arenas, concerts, Virgo, Chiron, unhealed, impatient. Your ships will not come in until this situation is healed. Again, a passing. So somebody passed with an unhealed issue, and it could be the father figure. 10 weeks. Somebody's brought to the knees. but we know that we will come out this stronger. Somebody has been holding on too tightly through greed or stubbornness, trying to control this. Again, Alice, narrow-mindedness. The more you try to keep something that is toxic together, the worse it will get. Success has been theirs. They have managed to trap you at the gates of hell. And they are doing a victory lap, thinking that the war is over. The battle is won, but the war is not over. Because there's another battle. We are going back to battle. Fight for what you believe in. Stand up for yourself. Because this is very dark times. We missed the moon. So the full moon was in Taurus. It's now in Cancer, I believe. It was yesterday morning. Yeah, so the moon is in Cancer, which is home and family life. It's about emotions. Nothing can be conceived in barren lands. Those born in the year of the dog, negative. The Twin Towers keeps getting mentioned. So disasters like that. There is no light at the end of the tunnel until you take a different path. Find a new team. Because whatever foundations you build now will be solid. And they will prosper within 3 years. But you have to have courage. You have to tame that beast, which will be Leo energy. Most of the men leaders have Leo in their chart. It is having courage, having heart, and having back. Healing what was once brought you to your knees. The Lion, Richard the Lionheart. And peace. Let's hope. Peace for my country, England. We will fight those battles because this has been an injustice. 8 or 26 positive, however the 11 is negative, which is usually the Justice card, but in that deck it isn't. And that would be the Libra, which is the energy there. Words have been weaponised. Knives have been used and will be used. There will be 2 important endings, deaths, as far as spirit's concerned. Very important deaths. So we shall watch and see what comes up in the media. But it won't be mainstream media, I don't think. So Libra, we know it's partnerships. 6th house is health. So you have to get your self-esteem, not just your physical health, but your financial health, your well-being, because you're being held hostage by a toxic energy. Maybe prescription drugs even. So hospital visits, the colour dark brown. Health services, those who work in this, altruism, teamwork, co-workers, we know that the teamwork's not working. Pets, efficiency, vocation and your daily routine. It's how you are aware of others. These are totally unaware of other people and their feelings. It's about how you feel rewarded and recognition. If you are worthy or not. Someone here is not, and our leaders are not. This also pertains to co-workers and describes how harmoniously somebody is able to blend to the team. In this case, they're not. And Aries aren't really a team player. Without a strong sense of self-boundaries, they become elastic and there is no separation between you and me in the workplace. If personal boundaries are too strong, cooperation is impossible and isolation is inevitable. It's also linked to health, which in turn is dependent on how much at home somebody is with their body, mind and emotions. And at the minute we're not. This is a truly holistic house. A state of health reflects an inner harmony, while disease indicates inner disharmony. So there is a disease that needs to be cut away, because that is a doctor, priest or lawyer making bad decisions or mental illness. So misdiagnosis or mistakes made by professionals. Mercury in Libra, it's sarcasm. Shared communications, fair-minded, logical, strategic, but facilitating. So sitting on the fence and judgmental. Mercury in Libra sees both sides of an argument and is dependent on the opinions of others, so never makes a decision. You can't stay there on the fence. You have to make a decision. With twos there, where it's telling you a new path must be taken, and you have to decide which side you're on. So, it could be with children and siblings for us instead of a global matter, because we've got daughters there and fathers. It may be a custody battle. The daughter is with a toxic person and the dad will do anything to protect. So, but you need a different team because your lawyers are rubbish. Medical professionals won't help. Oh, and there is the door. The door's closed to you. Why is it closed? The number 2, there it is again. Because someone has been put at the gates of hell and there are still secrets that haven't been revealed. So that door is closed, the oak door. You are not worthy. Whoever this is that put this person at the gates of hell is not worthy for the new opportunities that may come their way. So Denver, which would obviously go to Denver, Colorado in America, named John. The Oak Guardian, which is Taurus, which our full moon was in. He is such a patient guide to open the oak door for you. He judges whether it is acceptable to journey through the oak door and will only appear when you are ready. So 2 things have to happen. You have to end 2 things before you are able to go through that door, because the right thing must be done. The door may be small, narrow-mindedness, Alice, but surprisingly, one makes it through with ease into the amazing fairyland waiting on the other side. Denver senses why you are here, and he sees whether you are ready to walk through that threshold and seek the answers you're not going to find in this reality. Are you ready to let go? Sometimes it takes a different way of seeing things to understand a situation from a different viewpoint. You may come with an open heart, a loving heart, and a willingness to step into the unknown with respect and honesty, but that takes courage. The small door is a symbol of the way we perceive things in our life. Do you see things in black or white, or do you allow the flow of other realities into it? The other worlds do not have the limitations of our own, which makes it a great place to look for answers that we would not normally find in our reality. So find the oak tree, a leaf or an acorn, or even just an image of one. The High Priestess always has the oak because that is her place of worship. And ask for the tree spirits to grant you access. Ask for healing, which is needed in all areas of your life, and wisdom to guide you on how to enter. Call on Denver to show you the way and step through the threshold, which is there, and the that's the threshold, the gateway to a new world, far beyond your own imagination, beyond anything that you can imagine. The miracle, the positivity. And that's coming straight from my mum because she's there. 128. Doris and Martin. Ian, David. No more. I haven't got any more for you, sorry. central eating is making me a bit blocked up, I'm afraid. Imanja, African Yoruba goddess of the ocean. So this time it is the ocean, the sea, the things that are very deep that have not been discovered yet. She was in reverse, so we've got to keep that in mind when we read it, but these don't do reversals, but I always keep it in mind because it could be important. She's Diana's cluster, so the name Diana could be important. Our Princess Diana, 1st of July, so the first is there. Yemaya, African Yoruba goddess of the ocean mother. So now we have mum and dad. Just like I said, my mum's there. Water nourishment, so the water signs of Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. We've got a Cancer moon. Transforming, going with the flow. Divine surrender to a higher power than yourself. Connection with the mother. Finding your May in your card spread means that the issue at hand may be transformed by connecting with the divine, and you're not doing so. Situations resolve themselves not by direct action, but keeping in touch with the positive, so staying positive. Yemaya is one of the most powerful natural forces because she is the ocean mother. The ocean can nourish and feed us, or it can drown and poison us if we pollute it. So polluted oceans, we may hear about some massive pollution in the waters in the next 5 months. The ocean can nourish or feed us or poison us if we pollute it. Hold earnestly to your good intentions and your compassionate heart. Be prepared to surrender to the will of the divine. And I would add to that you eat more fish. For your health. It's something we don't do because they've taken all our wet fish shops. So it's very hard. It's too expensive. Fish oil. It's good for the brain. Especially one that needs clarity. The lizard and the pitcher plant, and it is really reversed, so it's a bit like the Venus flytrap. So you need to turn your world upside down. That's a 12 upside down. You need to put your boundaries in place, like they said. It's equivalent to the Hanged Man, which is Wednesday, and Odin, the All-Father. So the carnivorous pitcher plant traps its prey within its leaves. So somebody is trapped, which may occasionally find itself ensnared in a pitcher plant trap. The lizard, which may occasionally find itself ensnared in the pitcher plant trap, has come to represent death. There's the death and resurrection. We haven't got that yet. It is, as it possesses the unique ability to drop its tail when stuck. So you have to let go, just like the lizard does, and sever ties with something that you really don't want to. I'm sure the lizard don't want to lose its tail. A new tail will grow, so something will come to replace it in the old one's place, though it's never quite the same as the original. This indicates a lost opportunity. Yes, that door was closed. Remember that it's okay to pass on some things, but before you turn away, ask yourself why you may feel adverse or disinterested. What fears, if any, inform your decisions, because there's cowardice there. What could I drop in order to feel like I'm moving forward again? So what 2 things, because I've got 2 deaths, you need to get rid of before you can move forward with your wishes and dreams. So get on path, find your new team, don't be afraid, have courage, have heart, and you'll be fine. So thanks for listening. Speak soon. Bye-bye.